Flashpoint, the ripple effect that changed the DC universe forever. Speed, the ability to move faster than anyone else. To change time, to alter the past. But what if one man, driven by love, went back to change a single moment and inadvertently reshaped reality itself? This is the story of Flashpoint, one of the most impactful and defining events in the history of the DC universe. A world where everything you thought you knew is turned upside down. Heroes fall, villains rise, and time itself unravels. Welcome to Flashpoint. Our story begins with Barry Allen, the Flash, the fastest man alive. For years, he has raced through life, trying to make the world a better place. But deep down, one wound never healed, the murder of his mother, Nora Allen, a tragedy that shaped him into the hero we know. But what if he could undo that? What if, with one swift motion, he could change the past and save her life? Desperate to rewrite history, Barry races into the Speed Force, determined to save his mother. But little does he know, tampering with time has its consequences. In his quest to save Nora, Barry unknowingly creates a new, fractured reality, Flashpoint. In the Flashpoint reality, the world is drastically different from the one we know. Superman? He's missing. The Justice League? They never existed. Instead, the world is on the brink of destruction, caught in a devastating war between the Atlanteans, led by Aquaman, and the Amazons, commanded by Wonder Woman. And in Gotham City, Bruce Wayne is dead, shot in Crime Alley, and his father, Thomas Wayne, has taken up the mantle of a much darker, more brutal Batman. Peace is a distant memory in this world. Nations are divided, and chaos reigns supreme. The Amazons have taken over the UK, while the Atlanteans have flooded much of Europe. This isn't just a war for territory, it's a war for survival. And millions of lives are at stake. When Barry awakens in this new world, he realizes something is terribly wrong. His powers are gone, and everything he once knew has changed. Determined to fix what he has broken, Barry seeks out the only person he believes can help, Bruce Wayne. But in this world, it's not Bruce who wears the cowl, it's his father, Thomas Wayne, a bitter, broken man fueled by vengeance, not justice. Together, they form an unlikely alliance. Barry convinces Thomas that this reality isn't meant to exist, and they must restore the timeline. But to do that, Barry needs to regain his powers. With Thomas's help, they recreate the accident that originally gave Barry his speed, but the results are disastrous. However, Barry refuses to give up. On his second attempt, lightning strikes, and the Flash is reborn. Meanwhile, the war between the Amazons and Atlanteans escalates, threatening to consume the entire world. With time running out, Barry and Thomas seek out one of the most powerful beings in the world, Superman. But in this reality, Superman was captured as a baby by the government and has been held in captivity his entire life. Never exposed to the sun, weak and frail, rescuing Superman from his prison is no easy task. But when they finally set him free, it's not the Superman we know. He's unsure of his own power, a shell of the hero Barry remembers. Yet, there is still hope that he can turn the tide in the war to come. As tensions between the warring factions reach their peak, the final battle begins. Atlanteans clash with Amazons, while our heroes try to prevent global catastrophe. Superman, now exposed to the sun, begins to regain his strength and joins the fight. But even his power may not be enough to stop the destruction. In the midst of the chaos, Barry faces his greatest enemy, the Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne. Thawne reveals the truth. It wasn't him who caused Flashpoint. It was Barry's own actions. His decision to go back in time and save his mother. That broke the timeline. Now, Barry must make an impossible choice. Allow this broken world to continue, or risk everything to set things right. To save the world, Barry must make the hardest decision of his life. He has to let his mother die. With a heavy heart, Barry races once again into the Speed Force, undoing the events that led to Flashpoint. As time resets, the world returns to normal, or so it seems. Flashpoint is over, but its consequences echo throughout the DC universe. Barry's actions create ripples, leading to a new timeline known as the New 52. Heroes and villains are forever changed, and the weight of his choices will haunt Barry for years to come. In his quest to save one life, the Flash altered the fate of millions. And that is the legacy of Flashpoint. Flashpoint was more than just a storyline. It was a turning point for the entire DC universe. A moment where one man's love for his family reshaped reality itself. But even in our darkest moments, there is hope, because heroes like the Flash remind us that, no matter how fast we run, we can never escape the consequences of our actions. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most iconic events in comic book history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the DC universe.